nearly a dozen pilots in the U.S. are blinded by lasers every day.
Yeah, and right here in the valley, the number of cases are skyrocketing. Action Force Nadia Galindo is at the McAllen Airport to tell us about this relatively new danger for pilots in the sky.
Well, it's called a laser strike, and pilots are increasingly being targeted by pranksters and smugglers along our border. Now the FBI is working to deter this crime, but what many people don't know is the high cost of pointing a laser at an aircraft.
Over here by the green pipe, crossing the road, going westbound now.
Mario Sanchez has a bird's eye view of this human smuggling attempt.
Okay, going northbound now. Northbound on a 2-track on my right side here.
Catching those who enter our country illegally is a daunting task. In 2013, Border Patrol agents captured more than 150,000 undocumented immigrants in the Rio Grande Valley alone. And right now, federal agents say they are on track to more than double that number.
Back on the west side of another fence, continuing westbound.
Federal agents depend on this view to help track down human traffickers and drug smugglers.
We can give that 360 view that the officers don't have.
We just witnessed agents in the air and on the ground track down 12 undocumented immigrants coming into the country illegally. And from a first-hand experience, I can tell you it's not an easy job.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection pilots like Sanchez must maneuver their helicopter in different directions while keeping their eyes on the action below.
See how hard this is, Nadia? Now I can't see them. It's real thick in there.
Now imagine doing all this at night and then suddenly being blinded by a light like this. That's exactly what happened to Sanchez just over a year ago.
We were coming back from the eastern part of the sector. Just as we were passing West Lago Airport, we were illuminated by a green laser.
It's called a laser strike.
You lose your vision, you lose your night vision about 4 or 5 seconds where you're kind of seeing halos and things are distorted. You can't see quite clearly.
And last month, the same thing happened to a Department of Public Safety pilot while he was assisting the U.S. Border Patrol. So are attacks increasing? We traveled to the FBI's office in San Antonio to get answers.
This is an increasing problem here in the United States as well as in the Valley. We have found since 2005 it has increased more than 1,000%.
Special Agent Michelle Lee tells us laser strikes are reported more in South Texas than most parts of the country. In 2011, only 7 strikes were reported in the Rio Grande Valley, but in 2013, that number tripled.
When someone points a laser device at an aircraft, it illuminates the cabin. It impairs the pilot's ability to see and to be able to safely navigate that aircraft. So there is a danger.
Now the FBI has launched a national campaign to catch anyone aiming a laser at pilots. But even after a laser strike is reported, the suspects often get away.
We were upset. We were wanted to catch this person or persons.
But in the case involving Sanchez, the suspect wasn't so lucky. Right now, Margarito Tristan of Donna is serving 18 months in federal prison for pointing a green laser at Sanchez and his partner.
When these people choose to shoot a laser at an aircraft, they don't realize they're not just potentially hurting us, they're potentially hurting their own family and innocent people that are on the ground.
Laser strikes are a federal crime, punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a fine of up to $250,000.
It's not a joke, it's not a prank, it's a crime. And if we're able to find you, we will prosecute you.
A message for the pranksters and the smugglers who traffic drugs and people across our border every day. Now, if you choose to point a laser at an aircraft, you're not only facing jail time, you're also facing a fine from the FAA, which can run $11,000 per incident. In McAllen, Nadia Galindo, Action 4 News.
All right, Nadia, and in 2005, there were only 311 reported strikes across the U.S.
Yeah, this has drastically changed in 2013. There were nearly 4,000.